Welcome to the Brass and Woodwind Shop. There's a problem that is fairly common on older Yamaha trumpets and also some other brands of trumpet, and it makes it sound like this. The reason why that happens is one or more of the valves are in backwards. Most trumpets just have one slot for the valve guide to go into, but some have two, one on one side and one on the other. Then there are a few trumpets that actually have three slots for the valve guide, but those are more rare. On the valve guide there are two ends. There's a larger one and a smaller one. The larger one is supposed to fit into the larger slot, and then the smaller one into the smaller slot. But you can put the valve in backwards, and then the larger end of the valve guide will sit on top of the smaller slot. It will not go into it, but it will sit on top of it. The smaller end of the valve guide will actually fit into the larger slot, and it will get stuck in there so the valve won't turn. It will turn a little bit, but it won't turn that much, and you'll think it's correct. Then you go to play the trumpet and it will not play. So what you need to do when you're putting the valve in is you need to make sure that the number is facing in the correct direction. On this trumpet, the number will face towards the mouthpiece of the instrument. On other trumpets, the number will face the bell of the trumpet. This is a different trumpet. It has one slot for the valve guide right there. On the valve guide, you can see that one goes down all the way, and that's the one that fits into the slot. The other one is stepped. It goes up a little higher. This end does not ride inside of a slot. It just goes on top of it, so you can only put it in one direction. So if your instrument sounds like this, all you need to do is find the offending valve, and in this case it's the second valve. Turn it around, and then put it in the slots, put it back in, and then the trumpet is fixed. Yamaha did change how they made the valve guides many years ago, but there's still another problem that can happen. This is a Yamaha trumpet with the single slot right there. Here's the valve guide with the one side that goes into the slot and the other side that rides on top of it. The problem can occur when you take apart the valve, and if you don't know which way it goes in, you can put it in the wrong way, and it will fit in there that way. A lot of brands make it so that the valve guide can only go in one direction because they make one of these slots larger than the other, and they make the valve guide so it can only go in one direction. If you try to put it in the wrong way, it just won't go into the slot. But this one can go in the wrong way, and it will still work. The problem occurs when you put it into the casing. It goes in like that, and it should click into place right there, but it doesn't. So you turn the valve, and then it clicks into place, but it's 180 degrees backwards. The way to take care of that problem is to switch the valve guide around. You take it out, and then you put it in from the other direction, and that will fix the problem. If you have any brass instrument and you do not know which way the pistons go in, it is easy to tell. You just look where the slot is on the casing, and then you line it up to where the slot would be on the valve, and see how these holes line up with the tubes right there? If I did it the other direction, the ports would not line up with where the second valve tubes are. So I would know that the valve needs to go in this way, and the valve guide would line up to the slot inside the casing. Another reason this can happen is if you switch two valves around. In this case, I switched around the first and the second valves. So all you need to do to fix that is take out the two valves and switch them back around to where they're supposed to be. The one in the one slot, and then the two slot. Now the trumpet should play fine. Putting the wrong piston in the wrong casing can happen to any brand or any type of instrument. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has been helpful, and please subscribe for more band instrument repair videos.